Okay, ready? Ready? All right. Welcome, everyone, once again. This is the Burlington City Council, meeting number 7, April 6, 2026, 5:45 PM, here in the Thomas J. Smith Council Chambers, City Hall, 400 Washington Street. Would you all please rise and join me for the pledge? Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I can't say that enough, so that works. Great. Roll call.
Billups,
Here.
Kreitzer,
Here.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss. Here. Wilson.
Here.
Okay, everybody's accounted for, and we'll get kicking. First thing we have tonight, we have an employee that has a anniversary date. It was 4/5/26. He's been here 5 years.
I love that reaction.
The certificate of recognition reads, "In grateful recognition of 5 years of dedicated service to the city of Burlington, as of April 5th, 2026, we hereby present Chad Bird with the certificate of recognition." And it has our logo on it, Burlington, a great place to live, work, and play, signed by me, John D. Billups, Mayor. And I can say that 5 years ago, that was a great day for the city of Burlington.
Thank you.
Wood.
Yeah. You get to be in the picture.
Our meeting,
I want
all of our?
Come on over.
Okay.
Come on, guys, take a show.
We weren't sure.
Do we have a pin for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I got to help pick the guy.
Your fault.
Everybody in? Would you like to say a few words, sir?
I have a bunch of words to say.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you.
You can thank the efficiency of our city clerk
Yeah,
And deputy.
and deputy city clerk.
no, thank you very much. We were talking earlier, 5 years, I mean, it's a measure of time, and when you're here and you're just doing what you do, time just passes, but when you actually say 5 years, that's a lot, right? That's a lot of time, and so, but it's been a great move for me and my family, and I've loved every minute of it here, working with you, and of course the staff. You guys are great to work with, so thank you so much for making what I do fun.
Alrighty, next up is comments from the audience. If you have something that you would like to address with council that's not on the agenda, now would be the time. What you do is you approach the lectern, give us your name and address, and then your issue. Please be aware that we can discuss it a little bit, but because it's not on the agenda, we may not take any action or even discuss it in depth. But this is the way you get something for in the future. Does anybody have anything for council tonight? Please come forward. Welcome.
Thank you. Name's Mark Robinson, live on 521 May Avenue. I got a letter in the mail from Matt Trexel, notice of violation, notice of environmental nuisance, and don't see how it's a nuisance. Talking about vehicles and boats and utility trailers. Says I'm not allowed to park them on the grass. I pay my property taxes faithfully and all that, my yard, I take care of it, maintain it. And I met with him later and told him what my long-term goal was, to have the lots south of me. I just purchased them like 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. That's where I was gonna put all my trailer parking and everything. And he told me I can't use gravel, so it's against the city code. And I go, we got a lot of gravel streets around here, and most of our alleys are gravel too. And I'm just not understanding all this clearly, and he told me I could park my trailers and boats on the street up until a certain date for winter time, I'm assuming it was. And I go, okay, then what? So I'm just understanding, I've lived at this address for 32 years. 30 of those years I've had a boat in my yard. In 20 years of that, I've had a pontoon boat parked in my yard. I don't let grass grow up around it, make it weedy looking, ugly looking and everything. I try to maintain my yard, everything, and just trying to understand why it's called a nuisance and had a vehicle in my driveway that I turned the plates into the courthouse and put it in storage. It just needs some repairs. It's still drivable, but it needs some repairs. So I put the plates in storage so we didn't have to pay the registration fee until we got it going again. And he said, I had a car in the driveway with no plates on it. And I explained to him, I go, the state of Iowa allows me to put it into storage. And, you know, looks like one contradicts another and all that, but just trying to understand why, you know, I can't put a gravel pad in and for my trailer parking, boat trailer parking, et cetera. I have 2 utility trailers. Just trying to understand it all.
Yeah, is it Robbins or Robinson?
Robinson.
Robinson, okay. I was writing as fast as I could. Mr. Robinson, it's been on the books for a while now, as far as you gotta have concrete for parking lots. You know, that's the ordinance. Now, I will say this to you, that we generally don't go looking because we don't have the staff to go looking. Probably a neighbor has called in with the complaint and that's why we're there.
I kinda assumed that and or I didn't, well, okay, I made somebody mad at the city or something, you know.
No,
I don't-
it's normally a neighbor or neighbors, because they realize it's not part of the code, so,
But if we use gravel on our alleys and everything, I mean, 95% of our alleys are
I understand.
gravelled, white, you know, and, you know, I maintain my yard, I mean, I don't let the weeds grow up, I mow it regularly and so forth, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate you take care of the property, but unfortunately, until that ordinance is changed, there's not a lot we can do. So you can ask, petition for a change in that, is that correct, Mr. Byrd? You can petition for a change in that, and then we'll have a hearing and get public input. The majority rules, and that's probably how we ended up with where we're at now. But we're happy to look at it again if you would like.
And, you know, then, you know, if I can't park my boats in my yard, well, I can't, where do I park them?
Yeah,
And, you know, they suggested the street, but, you know, can't do that year round because of the snow routes and what
right.
have you and all
right.
that.
Yeah, I was a
It's
boat
kinda-
owner, I understand.
Kind of dictating to me, well, you can't own a boat.
Yeah, I was a
Yeah.
boat owner too, and I understand the concern there, but they do try to clear the road for the winter time, so.
Right, and I don't like parking in the street, you know, can cause accidents or, you know, if somebody drive by and get too close, hit your vehicle or something, then, hate to say this, but park a boat out on the street, open, you know, people walk by and steal stuff out of it and,
Yeah, what you would have to do is I'd have you contact the city office, and you can petition for that to be on the, for us to look at it. We'd look at it in a work session. We'd let you know when that is, and you can come and listen to us discuss it.
Some clarity on that. If there were a petition to change the code, that would go to P and Z first.
P and Z
so-
first, it'd go to planning and zoning first, so you would need to appear there.
But I would recommend visit with staff first
Okay.
to work around that.
call, who do I call?
He's gonna recommend you, do you want to do?
Just start with Matt. You can go
Start
back to
back
Matt.
with
Go back to
Gensel
Matt.
And
Yep.
just tell them that you would like to look at discussing changing that, and then they would take it to planning and zoning. Planning and zoning would do a hearing and fact-finding on it and see what then they would recommend, they would vote to either recommend a change or recommend for us to look at it, and then we would get it and look at it as well.
Okay, so
Call Matt.
during the meantime,
Huh?
during the meantime, I mean,
Well, not knowing how much time they might have given you in the letter,
well,
you
he had it dated for today, but since, you know, he's the one that suggested I come to this meeting. And he said, he redated it for a week, the 10th.
yeah, you'll still need to work with the officer that issued the letter to you.
But, you know, I just can't get rid of my boats. And I had a neighbor across the street, May Avenue, you only park on one side of it. Had a neighbor just complaining, has friends over, parked out in front of their house on their side of the street, which can't park on my side, and they were complaining about that, and I go, oh, then the thought ran through my mind. I said, they're telling me I parked my trailers in there, 2 utility trailers, and I have 3 John boats, or 2 John boats and a V-bottom boat, but like I told Matt, my plan is to downsize. I'm only gonna have 1 John boat. I bought this other John boat because it was better than the one I had, so I did some motor swapping and all that right there, and then, Mother Nature don't cooperate with us on all these projects. But,
Yeah. So
Here's
you
one
want to
from-
reach out to Matt Trexel, right? Matt Trexel, I would reach out to him tomorrow and say, okay, hey, I'm asking for this to be looked at, and then they'll work with you and figure
okay, so
something.
what'd you call it for me to ask for?
You're gonna ask them, you're gonna ask for a review of the ordinance and for a change of the ordinance.
Review
Yeah.
and change?
And there's probably a couple of ordinances actually in there that are gonna need attention to resolve your situation.
Okay, and with different city codes and everything, is there anything,
He'll help you negotiate through it.
anything grandfathered in though? I mean,
No,
any
that's
codes?
typically not the case.
Yeah.
And I would say, Mr. Robinson, too, that with the codes providing for a hard surface for off-street parking, it's not likely that that's going to change. P and Z is probably going to be pretty resolute on that, but it's your right to ask them and
Right, I mean-
petition. I'm just warning you that
Well,
they
right,
may
you
not.
know, but, then
Yeah.
again, like I said, our alleyways, I mean, we're putting gravel down on them and
Yeah, fair
we'll
enough.
probably continue to do forth as time goes on, as they need
Sure.
it for maintaining. And the lots, 527 is the lot south of me. And that was the sole purpose of purchasing those lots, is for my trailer parking.
Well,
So-
again, the community development staff down there, so Matt and Eric Disland, they've been around for a while. They've been
Yeah, I was
involved in
talking to-
these
I
codes,
guess that
so
was-
they can
okay.
help guide you through that.
Yeah, I was talking to them, so, just want to know, understand and everything, and, like I said, I've been living there for 32 years, and 30 years of it, I had 1 boat in there, then 20 of it, I had 2 of them in there.
Yeah, well, you had some understanding neighbors then, because, like I said, that's been code for a while, on a couple of those issues.
Okay, well, and I had, the law officials been up there before, and I had another letter for one other thing that was there, but nothing was said in that letter.
Yeah, they weren't looking for it at that time, probably. I would get a hold of Mr. Trexel, tomorrow and start from there. And then you can always email me if you want to have an email or something. I'm more than happy to have you include me in your emails, and I'll keep an eye on it as well.
Okay, appreciate that.
You betcha. It's merit.burlingtoniowa.org. It's on the website, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, sure, come on up.
My name's Mark Collins, 2647 Sylvia Avenue. I don't know if you folks can help me with this problem or not, but I gotta start somewhere. We have 2 group homes in our neighborhood, right next door to one another, which we were told is illegal. Some of the neighbors did seek a lawyer, and it kinda got swept under the carpet. They went to another lawyer, and they said, we could probably do something, but it's gonna cost you a whole lot of money. The one on the corner is run by Hope Haven, it's not an issue. The one right next door, I'm not sure who runs it, if it's the state, county, the chief can assess, the police are up there quite a bit. They park on the wrong side of the street, they park 2 foot from the curb, the garbage cans are out 2-3 days after the garbage is picked up. The lawn's not taken care of. There's a daycare catty corner from this house, and I can't say for sure, there's one still next door, she was watching kids at one time, I don't know if she still is or not. There has been residents removed from there, one of them just a couple weeks ago was taken away in cuffs. I don't know what needs to be done, like I said, we obviously don't wanna spend a lot of money on a lawyer. I'm sure the realtor knew that law, but I'm sure the commission came into play before the law, because the guy that sold the house that lived there got his asking price. There was no questions asked. And I just don't think that this neighborhood is a proper place for a group home. I realize these people need a place, but in a residential area like this with lots of kids, they're subject to some of the things that go on. And I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And like I said, maybe you can't help me with it, but I thought this is a good place to start.
Mark, who told you it was illegal? Because I've heard that now. To be honest, we've had a complaint about this before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
The initial lawyer they talked to, who, I don't know who it was, John,
Yeah,
was the neighbors a couple doors up, because they were the ones that was really having trouble with them. Said that they have to be so many feet apart,
okay.
and these are not.
And the Hope Haven ones was there first, if I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
right.
And they're never an issue. I mean,
Yeah.
don't even know anybody's there most of the time.
Okay. And
Traffic gets a little hectic sometimes, but people
has the
come and
neighbor-
visit and,
So you don't know who is running the other one to reach out and
do
talk
not.
to them about the issues?
It says 2633
Thank you.
Sibilby Avenue LLC is the owner.
Yeah.
So I'd have to look.
and I noticed there's a,
Like
probably
Forest,
got anything to
Illinois.
do with it, it's just a
The mailing
appliance
address.
truck and furniture truck, they're quite often, I don't know who's paying for this stuff, probably we are. So evidently they're rough on furniture and stuff in that home also, I don't know.
I can have staff research
Yeah, would you-
what's going on. Sounds like we have some nuisance issues there too that we can address, so.
Yeah.
If we have tall grass and garbage and whatnot, we can deal with that.
Okay, we'll look into it. Keep us posted.
Okay.
Again, you can contact me anytime. You and I have emailed
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
I've known you for years. I do know that I recall sitting here and there was a complaint about this before. So I thought it was kind of tamped down and resolved, but obviously there must, we'll check it
Yeah,
out.
okay, I appreciate it,
Betcha.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Last call, okay. Next on the agenda is our consent. All matters listed under item 1 consent agenda having been discussed are considered to be routine by city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired about an item, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately yet tonight. On the consent tonight, we have minutes of previous meetings, payroll, and city claims. Beer, liquor, wine, and cigarette permits, reports, and bonds. We have 4 resolutions. The first is a resolution approving nuisance abatements for various properties. Number 2 is a resolution approving an engagement letter with Dorsey and Whitney LLP to serve as bond counsel and disclosure counsel in connection with the City of Burlington General Obligation Corporate Purchase Bonds, Series 2026A. The third resolution is approving liens for unpaid and delinquent sewer, stormwater, and solid waste fees pursuant to Chapter 99, 100, and 106 of the Burlington Municipal Code. Number 4 is a resolution to install stop signs at the intersection of North 3rd and Columbia Street. And we're setting the date for a public hearing, which will be April 20th, 2026. And that'll be consideration of the fiscal year 2026 through 2027 budget. And 3 appointments, Airport Authority Board, Dwight Mulch, City Planning Commission, Brandon Orth, and the Low Rent Housing Agency, Arlene Miller. Is there anyone in the audience that has any one of these consent items they want to pull and discuss separately? Seeing none, council, any items you want to discuss separately tonight?
Honor, on number 2, you said corporate purchase bonds instead of corporate purpose bonds. I just
Corporate
wanted
purpose bonds,
to just clarify.
okay? You don't want to pull though and discuss?
No, just it should
Okay.
read general obligation corporate
Yeah.
purpose bonds.
Thank you. All right, hearing none, is there a motion?
Your Honor, I move to approve all listed under item 1 consent agenda.
Second.
Super second.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to hearings. First is consideration of plans and specs for the 2026 Sunnyside Stormwater and Sewer Improvements Project. Mr. Hartman, come on up. Welcome.
This is a budgeted storm sewer construction project taking place basically along Sunnyside in the Vaught and Bittersweet area. This picture shows that. The main purpose was to help get storm water out of the gutter line and the curb that exists near Vaught Street on the north side. And then also at Bittersweet and at Gulf Lane, the stormwater does not have intakes to get that water underground, so we'll add those in. And if you go back to the other slide momentarily, the drainage route will be southerly on the Grube Street right-of-way and will exit an existing ditchway. The third part of this project is to improve that outlet system down there near DeKalb and Grube Street. Project's estimated about $390,000. We had previously budgeted $750,000.
All right. Is there anyone in the audience that has any thoughts or concerns? Council, questions, thoughts, concerns?
None.
Anything to add, Mr. Berg?
No, thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, I move to close.
Second.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye. Your Honor, I have a resolution approving plans and specifications for the 2026 Sunnyside Stormwater and Sewer Improvements Project.
Second.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Number two, is consideration of a proposal to enter in essential purpose loan agreement. Is there a second?
You don't need one.
Oh, don't need one on that one? Oh, it's a hearing, that's right.
Yeah, it is me. So this would be the time and place for a public hearing on loan agreement, basically GO bonds, not to exceed $750,000 for the purpose of paying the cost, to the extent undertaking a flood protection improvement project, acquiring and equipping an ambulance, acquiring and equipping vehicles for the Municipal Public Works Street Department. That would be a forestry bucket truck. These would all be determined to be essential corporate purposes. We also have in there, and the reason that it's at that amount, let me get to the capital improvement list, sorry. Part of the reason that it's at this amount anyway. We have some various street projects in there. We also have the fire station, the Summer Street corridor, as I mentioned, the flood mitigation project as well. So those would all be wrapped into that. That is item number 2. I have a similar item for number 3, but we'll address this one first as a separate public hearing.
Okay, anyone in the audience have any thoughts or concerns? Council, thoughts or concerns?
None.
Hearing none, let's vote.
Phillips.
Your motion to close?
Oh,
Motion
yeah,
to- For motion close.
Yes.
Second.
Sorry. Good
I'm
catch.
in a hurry tonight, I'm sorry.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Sorry about that. Next is consideration of,
Oh,
oh, what? What am I doing wrong? Oh, we gotta vote for, yeah, we closed, sorry.
No, there's nothing.
No.
No,
We don't.
we just.
No, there's
we
no
just
action
did.
item
Oh,
there.
man.
Close the hearing, you're done.
Why are you getting on me, gang?
Man, because
All
there's
right.
usually more
I'm
to
already
it.
struggling enough.
Usually there's more to it.
Okay, ready?
Second.
Ready?
John, read it.
Yes, the next up is consideration of a proposal to enter into a Recplex field lighting loan agreement. I'm losing control of this meeting.
Yes, you're losing the plot.
Who's got that one?
I got this one too. This one is for general corporate purpose, and this would be specifically for the Recplex field lighting improvement project and loan agreement. And the reason that it's separate is because it's general corporate purpose versus essential corporate purpose, and we generally see that with other amenities besides infrastructure, water, sewer, flood mitigation, those types of things. So it's set up as general corporate purpose. This one is in an amount not to exceed $400,000. The Recplex field lighting project is something that's been in the CIP, and will actually complete the relamping of the Recplex to LED.
Fantastic. We'll save some money at the same time. Is there any thoughts or concerns from the audience? Council, thoughts or concerns?
Your Honor, I move to close.
Second.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye. Your Honor, I have a resolution taking additional action on proposals to enter into loan agreements and combining loan agreements.
Second.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
All right, moving on to ordinances.
Your Honor, I have a motion for preliminary adoption of the second reading of an ordinance rezoning property located at 1202 Patterson Street from R4 multifamily residential zoning district to M1 light commercial zoning district.
Okay,
Or, I'm sorry, light industrial zoning district.
Second.
moved and seconded. Who's got this one? You?
I do. So 1202 Patterson, this is the second reading, I believe? Yes, on a rezoning of property at 1202 Patterson. There have been no changes since the previous discussion, public hearing on this. Planning Commission voted 6-0 to recommend approval. This would extend the existing M1 zoning district from the north side of the road to this lot, as depicted on the video, and allow a similar storage-type building to be built as we see in some other areas in that vicinity. The lot was previously sold by the city. It was something we had acquired some time ago, with the purchaser's intention to rezone and build on that site, which they are now contemplating. So, no comments have been received at City Hall since the last hearing.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience has any thoughts or concerns? Don't everybody jump up at once. Council, any thoughts or concerns? Is there a motion or an amendment?
Your Honor, I have a motion to amend a motion of preliminary adoption for the second reading of an ordinance rezoning property located at 1202 Patterson Street from R4 multifamily residential zoning district to M1 light industrial zoning district to read as follows. For waiver of preliminary consideration and adoption of the second reading for the final adoption of an ordinance rezoning property located at 1202 Patterson from R4 multifamily residential district to M1 light industrial zoning district.
Second.
Phillips,
Voting on the amendment, correct?
Yep.
No, yes. Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
And now as amended?
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Your Honor, I have a motion for preliminary adoption of the second reading of an ordinance vacating and selling a portion of Court Street right-of-way located in the east of North Main Street, Burlington, Iowa.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Mr. Byrd?
So this is vacating that portion of Court Street as depicted on the map there. There have been no changes since the previous reading. Planning and Zoning Commission did vote 6-0 to recommend approval of this vacation. Similar Court Street right-of-way for the two lots just west of this were vacated by the city in 1988, and the current owner of 113 Court desires the same. There have been no comments received at City Hall since the last reading.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in the audience has any thoughts or concerns? Seeing none. Council, any thoughts or concerns?
Your Honor, I have a motion to amend on this one also. Motion to amend the motion for preliminary adoption, the second reading of an ordinance vacating and selling a portion of Court Street right-of-way located east of North Main Street, Burlington, Iowa, to read as follows. For waiver of preliminary consideration and adoption of the second reading and for the final adoption of an ordinance vacating, selling a portion of Court Street right-of-way located east of North Main, Burlington, Iowa.
Second.
Vote on the amendment when you're ready.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Okay.
Your Honor, have a motion for
wait,
preliminary
wait.
adoption, the second.
Wait, hold on a second.
As amended.
As amended,
As
please.
amended, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Phillips,
Sorry, it's spreading. My
Yeah.
I know.
gang.
I got that same fever, John.
As amended.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
Now, Tim.
Now I have a motion for preliminary adoption, the second reading of an ordinance amending various sections, Chapter 163, Environmental Nuisance of the City of Burlington Municipal Code.
Second.
Mr. Byrd.
So this would be the code section somewhat related to the citizen that addressed the council during public comment, Mr. Robinson. Chapter 163 generally refers to those, quote, environmental nuisances. And so staff and I don't see it on here, but one of the commissions would have recommended a review and some amendments to Chapter 163, and so that's what this goes through. This code change is intended to clarify and update nuisance code language, including allowing access to make inspections and updates to the notification process. This is intended to enhance the understanding and enforcement of the code for residents and staff by clarifying the notification process. The ultimate goal is for residents and owners to maintain and clean up their properties on their own in a timely manner and not have to go through the nuisance enforcement process. The specific amendments are on the screen and in your packet. Again, this would be the second reading, so you've seen this and had a public hearing on it, so I would ask if there are any questions.
Is there anyone in the audience has any thoughts, concerns, or questions about the changes? Council, any thoughts, concerns, or changes? Is there an amendment?
Yes, sir. Have a motion to amend the motion of preliminary adoption, the second reading of an ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 163, Environmental Nuisances of the City of Burlington Municipal Code to read as follows. For waiver of preliminary consideration, adoption of the second reading, for final adoption of an ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 163, Environmental Nuisances of the City of Burlington Municipal Code.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote on the amendment, please.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
And as amended, when you get a moment.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Okay. You brought up, Katie? Okay.
Moving on
you.
to resolutions.
Moving on to resolutions.
Your Honor, I have a resolution awarding contract for the Burlington Public Library boiler replacement project.
Second.
Welcome, Ms. Jacobs.
Thank you. Our 1 million BTU boiler at the Burlington Public Library was installed in 2006 and has reached the end of its life. And so this proposal will replace that 1 million BTU boiler with two 550 BTU high-efficiency units this spring before the end of the fiscal year. And these boilers are connected to all of the VAV heat functions throughout the library. The Library Board of Trustees voted to recommend the lowest bid, which you saw in your packet, and that's the nomination that they are bringing forth to you based on staff feedback. Happy to answer any questions.
And that bid was 76,596, correct? Okay. Just
I
so
would-
it's on the record.
Yep. I would also add that quite some time ago, when this issue was first discovered, Brittany had put in the CIP, I think like $150,000 placeholder. So it's refreshing to know that it's considerably less than that. The council should also know that we will take this out of reserve, out of the fund balance, because it was otherwise unbudgeted at the time we approved this year's budget. But I also think it was put in there by Friends, to be funded by the Friends or the Foundation?
Foundation.
But an amenity like this, I think it's appropriate that the city pays for it, so.
Okay.
And it should last at least 20 years, right?
And the current one is 18 years old, right?
Well, and
So-
the thinking is that they toggle back and forth, and so we'll only be replacing one at a time moving forward, one smaller unit at a time.
May have something.
Is there anyone in the audience that has any thoughts or concerns? Council, any further thoughts or concerns? Let's vote.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Absolutely.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Number 2.
Your Honor, I have a resolution approving an agreement with HR Green Incorporated of Cedar Rapids, Iowa for an aeration blower replacement alternatives analysis at the wastewater treatment facility.
Second.
Hi.
Hi.
So
Welcome, Tim.
this agreement is for an alternatives analysis that will precede a planned replacement of our aeration blowers. Due to the aeration system's complexity, we're recommending this analysis to determine the best equipment and approach moving forward. So the engineer will evaluate system components and compare blower options to identify the most efficient and cost-effective solution while also planning it in a phased type of approach. So I recommend approval of the agreement with HR Green. The cost is not to exceed $44,600 and will be funded from the sewer funds consulting and professional services budget.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience has any thoughts or concerns? Council, thoughts or concerns? Hearing none, let's vote.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Number 3.
All right, Your Honor, I have a resolution approving contract between Local 301 International Association of Firefighters, AFL-CIO, and City of Burlington.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Byrd.
Yep, so I have this one. This is our union bargaining agreement with IAFF, our firefighter union, Local 301. This is a new contract over the current one. The current one expires June 30, 2026. This one would override or supersede and take effect July 1, 2026 through June 30, 2029. It's a 3-year agreement covering wages, benefits, and working conditions. Basic terms that it would increase wages 3% in the first year, 4% in the second year, 4% in the third year of the agreement. It also provides for some adjustments in certification pay, specifically the paramedic certification, but there's some other certification pays throughout the agreement as well. It looks at a training pay incentive program to kick off in the second year, pending implementation of a policy for that field training paramedic, the FTP, through an incentive program. I think the chief talked about that a little bit last time, so if there's questions, happy to revisit that. Otherwise, it restructures some of the language, updates some of the healthcare, our COBCO, our group healthcare plan, makes it consistent with the other 2 bargaining units that we have, and staff would recommend approval. It's a good contract, and I'm happy to present it and recommend its approval. So,
Okay.
take any questions.
Anyone from the audience have any questions, concerns? Anything to add, Chief? No, sir. Okay. Council, do you have any thoughts or concerns? Hearing none, let's vote.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Please.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Number 4.
Your Honor, I have a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding with the Southeast Iowa Arts Collective for community arts programming and cultural tourism services and declaring a public purpose for the same.
Second. Who's got this one?
So, that probably you and I tag teaming
Yep.
it since you were behind some of the formation, but we have a memorandum of understanding between the Southeast Iowa Arts Collective for community arts programming and cultural tourism services and declaring a public purpose. I'll cover the declaring a public purpose piece first. Several years ago, the Iowa State Auditor issued an advisory that whenever a public entity, municipality would give funds to a public entity, there must be a finding of public purpose and provide a structure through a contract or memorandum of understanding. So That's that piece, and this meets that requirement. This particular memorandum of understanding establishes those clear terms and conditions, including scope of services, funding limits, and reporting requirements, and they're all spelled out in the memorandum. Basic premise is that the city will contribute hotel motel dollars up to 3%, and I did provide some illustration, I think, in the background notes as to what that would be. In this particular year, it would be $33,000. And those funds would be used for marketing of cultural and arts and entertainment activities within the city of Burlington. It's a
Okay.
one-year agreement
All right,
for fiscal '27.
for fiscal '27, right. Anyone in the audience have any thoughts or concerns? Council, thoughts or concerns? I will just say that, I kind of organized this. I didn't like the way we used to do this because it came out of the general fund. And we kind of picked the winners and losers. Now, we give it to the Arts Collective, which was formed. And they, if they do well and help us market our town, we do well on hotel motel, and guess what? They do well too. If they don't do well help marketing our town and getting people in, then they don't do quite as well. And it comes out of the hotel motel tax, which is funded by our guests. So, I tried between Chad and I working on it with the leadership of the Arts Collective. We've tried to make this as fail-safe as possible. It is a one-year agreement, which can be reviewed next year, and we'll see how we do. Is there any other thoughts or concerns?
I'd like to
John?
say, go ahead, Scott.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'd like to say that we're kind of experiencing a renaissance of arts and entertainment downtown, and I think the whole purpose of the Tiger Grant was to improve that shopping district, but also to make it more inviting for those kinds of activities, not just downtown, but throughout Burlington. And with that revitalization, I think we should support the community arts. And I think that what John said is correct, that because it's hotel motel tax and it's what's feeding this funding, and you get people to come to town and add to that hotel motel tax, that when we see results from that next year, be it good or bad, we'll kind of have an idea of what direction to go. But I think this would be a step in the right direction.
Thank you. Mr. Scott?
Yeah, last year we had to cut the budget by $1 million. We spent down the reserve fund by 40%. We're increasing property taxes by $800,000. Even though we're not increasing the levy, we're taking an additional $800,000 out of the pockets of the people of Burlington. I've got nothing against the arts, but they're private organizations, all of them, and it concerns me when we spend public monies for private organizations. These are all good people. They all work very hard at what they do. They know how to fundraise. They know how to reduce their expenses. Even if that means reducing property taxes, their property taxes for their benefit. And that's what they should do. I just don't think we should spend public monies for this. And there's other things that we spend public monies on that if, when it comes up, I'll be talking against that as well. So that's just my conservative side, and I don't want to be cruel to anybody by any means. That's just how I feel.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone left in the audience have any thoughts or concerns? Let's vote.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Please.
Scott,
No.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson,
Aye.
Okay, number 5, please.
Your Honor, I have a resolution approving solar power services agreement with Red Lion Burlington Solar LLC for installation and operation of solar systems at city facilities.
Second.
Mayor, I have an updated agreement based on some of the comments that we worked through at the
Thank you.
work session. Namely, at least some of the contact information has been updated and corrected. There were some other sections that were updated and corrected, and Exhibit F was updated and corrected. However, I did ask our city attorney to take a look at the agreement, and he has a couple of points that he'd like to look at a little closer. One of them is the insurance requirements, the liability and certificate of insurance from the provider. I don't have that information yet, so I would ask that you hold off on approving the agreement, but I would ask if you have any questions about the concept, or at least some of the dollar figures or terms or anything like that. But I'm not going to ask you to approve the agreement because I need final comments from the attorney yet, from the city attorney, so.
So do I withdraw my motion?
Or do we table
No,
it?
we just have to vote it down, right?
Bring it back
No,
up
you
or
don't do
table it?
that,
Continue,
so
wouldn't you?
Motion, oh.
Can
Yeah.
we table it?
you just table it.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, or just continue it. That would be better, just to continue it, yeah.
Okay, to continue, all right.
But I would like to know if there are any other questions about just the process, the overall concept, or anything like that. We're just down to technical terms in the agreement, right? So,
The only feedback I received from any residents, they were surprised we were doing a PPA. I explained why, because they're not doing quite as many of those now. But for us, I think it makes sense because we don't really want to look at the maintenance part of it during the 20 years. So that's the only real thoughts or impact I have on it, Mr. Byrd.
Okay.
Anyone in the audience have any thoughts or concerns about the solar? Council, any other thoughts or concerns? So we need a motion to continue. Would that be correct, Katie?
Yeah, and state
Sure.
which council meeting too,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead. Mr.
I just wanted to say, I was very surprised by the information that we received. And our initial outlay is nothing.
That's right.
Our utilities liabilities are gonna be reduced significantly. We're not gonna be up on the roof anywhere, where we have to worry about,
Even better.
taking those down when the roof needs to be replaced. This is an overall big win, I
Yeah.
think. And if it produces like the ones out at the airport has produced, we're definitely going to be a winner in this.
Yeah, the projected savings, if I remember right, because I did the math on it, was 26,000 per facility or approximate for the two facilities per year. So that's pretty good savings, and I would agree. We have a solar farm at my place of employment, and it used to be, we watched the thermostat pretty hard during the summer. Now we don't watch it at all because it does offset a lot of costs. So I definitely, unless something would come up, I'm definitely excited about the project, but bearing in mind your request, we'll have to make a motion.
I will move that we
continue.
continue this to the next council session.
Would that be long enough?
I think so.
So April
Yeah.
20th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get a second?
Second,
Second.
vote on the continuance.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
And number 6.
Thank you for that. I just, I want to make sure, I mean, this is a long contract, right? It's 20 years. I want to make sure technically we get it right and that the city attorney is
Yeah.
behind it. So, again, I don't expect anything major, but I do appreciate him looking out for the city's best
We
interests. so,
appreciate your diligence in the matter.
Thank you.
Number 6.
Your Honor, I have a resolution approving a supplemental agreement number 2 to the professional services agreement with Stanley Consultants for the Mississippi River Interceptor Relocation Phase 1 Design Services.
Second.
Second. Oh.
Come on up, Mr. Harmon.
We've been working with Stanley Consultants for some time on the study and evaluation of this Mississippi Interceptor sewer. Sometimes you might also hear it referred to as a Cascade sewer system. The main contributor to this is through the Cascade Sewer Works under the Cascade Bridge. This supplemental agreement sets up the consultant to produce a set of construction plans so that we can begin actually getting infrastructure in the ground. And this map shows the general outline. This will be phase one of many phases of the project. At the toward the downstream end here from Walnut and Fourth down South Street, progressing up Main to about Denmark, with a few areas of sewer separation off to the west and to the east. Again, this will be the downstream terminus of the project, and we'll need to continue the sanitary infrastructure to the south to collect the major part of the flows down under the Cascade Bridge. We've got this supplemental set not to exceed $623,000, and this first phase of construction is going to be in the vicinity of $4 million.
Oh, say that again.
$4 million on construction, likely.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience that has any thoughts and concerns about the supplemental agreement? Council, thoughts and concerns?
None.
Let's vote. Thank you, Mr. Hartman.
Thank you.
Phillips,
Aye.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Wilson.
Aye.
Okay, we've reached the end of our robust agenda tonight. And so we'll go around and get some thoughts from the department heads and then finally council. As I typically do, I'm gonna start on my left. Steph, you're filling in for Eric tonight. You wanna talk about the clerk's department or your boss or anything? No? No? No, okay. Tried to give you a shot. Katie, do you have anything from the clerk's office?
Just want to congratulate Chad again on 5 years. Happy to
Very
have
thank
you here.
Thank you, yes. I'm gonna take care of the gentleman on the right side. Chief Schaefer, anything?
Nothing, sir.
Good job from those of us that are down on the riverfront. We appreciate your guys' diligence in trying to straighten that mess out. Chief Toops, anything from the fire department?
Couple brief updates. Had a chance to meet with Carl A. Nelson and Klinger today. It's been a while since we last met because they've been hard at work getting everything designed. Today was a very productive meeting. I don't have anything else to tell you other than coming out of today's meeting with them. We met and discussed where they are in their project they call 50% design and development phase. 50% is kind of misleading because we are far beyond 50%. And I say it like that because we are nearing the end of them really bringing the final documents. And we are starting to, in working with Chad, also design the schedule to bring forward to you all here in the coming 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. So buckle up. At the next work session, I'll be giving you another very brief presentation, but what's probably going to be my final presentation leading into the bids coming in and us reviewing them, and then the bids going out, and hopefully we get those back and we like what we see. So that's coming down the pipe. This next work session, I'll be presenting that once more. And then one last thing, this last or previous Saturday, we had our first BPAT, which is the Burlington Physical Agility Exam for recruit hires. We had 9 individuals successfully advance to the next stage, which is a good number. And that's 1 down, 3 more to go, and I anticipate upward in the high teens, if not 20s, advancing to the next stage. So that's a good sign.
Good.
That's all I got, thanks.
So it's fair to say you're pleased so far with Carl A. and the way that's going?
Very much.
All right, good.
Very much.
Thank you. I just did that for my own ego. I'm just gonna be honest. Stephanie, anything from finance? Okay, Mr. Hartman, anything else from Public Works?
Probably a good time to talk about Washington Street. We've obviously got lots of things torn up down there. The 3rd Street intersection is nearly completely paved, and we hope to get that opened up in about the middle of the month. But we'll migrate up to 5th Street, and we'll have some more messes down there for a while. We will not tackle the 4th Street intersection until after the bike races on Memorial Day weekend. We'll migrate on to the west and get things done over there, so the bicyclists will have the same route as what they've had in the past.
Awesome.
Good deal.
Appreciate you working with that group.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Meyer, anything else from the wastewater tonight? Ms. Jacobs, library?
We were closed today for an all-staff day, and the spring training is a regional training. So this is an opportunity for the Burlington staff to kind of showcase our facility and to host Southeast Iowa librarians as we learn together. Today's focus was all about intellectual freedom, and I will probably give you a little recap in the next few weeks about what it is we all discussed. This week, starting on Friday, we are going to travel back in time again with our Vacation Through Time series. Grab your passports and join us as we explore Sherwood Forest to meet one of history's most famous heroes, Robin Hood. This will be an exhibit on Friday, Saturday, and Monday exploring medieval England. It is free to attend, and we encourage everyone to stop by and participate. Next Monday, library staff will be giving early literacy training to all of our local Head Start teachers. So we're getting out in the community and kind of collaborating and pooling our resources for training, similar to what we did today. So yeah, things are happening at the library. Hope to see you this weekend for Vacation Through Time.
Hey, real quick, did you have an advocacy meeting Thursday? Because I missed it.
Yes, we did. We had an advocacy meeting on Thursday to discuss the amendment and the amended amendment on the Senate file that had to do with city health boards, and it was a good discussion. We had a lot of questions from the audience. That amendment and the amended component of the amendment is still alive. It's in the House currently. It's a Senate file, and the next step in that file is that it has to be taken up by the House for subcommittee, committee, and full House debate. And it's so dramatically different from the original Senate file that came over, that was a 4-line file about city health boards, that it has to go back to the Senate to do the same rodeo over there again before it goes to the governor's desk. So a lot of hoops to jump through before that tentative deadline of April 21st when we reach that 100-day session. This is year 2 in a 2-year legislative session, and a lot of these folks are up for re-election in November, and they can't start campaigning again until they're closed with sessions. So there's an incentive for them to finish up close to that final 100-day session timeline. So that's kind of the next date that we're looking at as far as quickly all the hoops that this bill needs to jump through before it gets sent to the governor for that date.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's frustrating.
It's something.
Nothing quite so efficient as an American politician trying to get reelected. They pass it.
Kind of like Dr. Seuss a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah, John does write Dr. Seuss parodies.
Mr. Byrd.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. So actually from Eric, who apologizes he could not be here this evening. He wanted me to mention that Earth Day is coming up, Saturday, April 18th, with the annual cleanup activity taking place. Registration will start at 8 a.m. at the Port of Burlington, where locations and supplies will be provided to groups of volunteers, and then they will send you to different locations of the city to clean up. Thanks to the Keep Burlington Beautiful Committee for organizing this event. Check their Facebook page for more details. Also, a reminder to check the Community Development Department's website page for details on city-owned properties that might be for sale, in case you're interested. Call the department with any questions. The home at 111 South Adams is listed for sale, and staff is currently evaluating the condition of the home at 2201 Madison Avenue for potential rehab options, and I understand they have a pretty good list of folks interested in that property, but it does have some structural issues that they're evaluating at this time. So if you're interested in any of those two properties, contact Eric and the folks downstairs. So this week, for me, we will have some continued conversations with our partners over in West Burlington on some continued collaboration and service sharing. I had a meeting with Greg this morning, and we'll have another meeting tomorrow with some electeds to continue talking about ways that we can be better. And then also on Wednesday, I get the privilege of traveling to Ankeny with the Forestry Department for the annual Trees Forever Awards Banquet. So hopefully we'll bring home some hardware.
We are Tree City of the world.
Of the
correct?
world,
Oh,
and there's
that's
like
right.
only a couple in Iowa, and, yeah, Dubuque's
There's
not one
only a
of them.
couple.
It's not one of them.
It's no big
That's
deal.
all I have,
It's
thank you.
no big deal, folks.
Yeah, no big deal. It's kind of a big deal.
It is kind of a real big deal.
Tree City of the World.
Mr. Kreitzer, anything else? tonight?
Cat in the Hat is Saturday at BRE. The Greatest Showman is Saturday at the Capitol Theater. I'm sure there are many other things going on in Burlington, so don't you ever say there's nothing to do in Burlington.
Okay, anything else tonight?
I was going to mention Earth Day, and I also would like to say that I attended the morning session at the library about intellectual freedom, and it was a very good session.
Okay, great. Tim, anything else tonight?
Yeah, I think it was Thursday, was at the fire department, attending the second meeting of the strategic planning. We discussed the SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. They took the plan from 5 years ago and took some of the things out and added some things in to each one of the sections. Weaknesses actually reduced by 3, I believe it was, from the total of what they had before. So they are making progress. The threats, the biggest one, I believe, in the discussions that we were having was the decline in volunteers for volunteer fire departments and the demands that puts on full-time fire departments. And it could get pretty serious. The strengths actually increased by 1, I believe it was. And probably the best thing for me was sitting there with those, with that volunteer group and listening to their passions for the department and for the work that they do. And it was almost overwhelming at times that they were so passionate and that was from the one fellow that hasn't been on the department for a very long time up to and including the chief and the deputy chief. I was just extremely impressed. We were there 2.5 hours and it didn't seem like it at all. I mean, it was a really good meeting, so I hope they continue with this, and I look forward to the next meeting in May.
Yep, the only thing I can say to that is, indeed, we are truly blessed with our personnel at the fire department and all our departments. Mayor Pro Tem.
I got nothing tonight, thank you.
Okay, well, I've got something for you. The council talk is Wednesday, 9 o'clock. It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday, and that's Mayor Pro Tem and myself. We'll be sitting with Mr. Hexum on KBR. Please call in. It's that one doesn't get a lot of action on the phones. It would be great to have some action on the phones.
Would it?
Yeah, it would. Well, it
Who
would.
doesn't answer when I call?
Anyway, that's all I have tonight. Thank you for your patience, and also thank you for letting me struggle through to get up to speed on running this
To
thing.
finish.
Your Honor,
Is there a
motion to adjourn?
Yes, please.
Second.
Okay.
Phillips,
Yes.
Kreitzer,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Weiss,